Hello, hello, everyone. Oops.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to make sure that everyone hears me. Yes, there we go. Ta-ta-ra-ta-ra. And I'm going to also make sure that this is good. Okay, awesome. We are actually about towards the end of the weekend. How's it going? I might have to push my code, and also I think I have all the credentials in the other side, but yes. Mm-mm-mm-mm. How are you? How are you? I'm going to quickly copy the title. Seems Instagram did not get it correctly. That is the stream key. Here we go. Where are you, Instagram? Here. Here we go. Good. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna exit that one. I'm gonna exit this one as well. And let me quickly see if anything is incorrect. I have so many tabs right now. How's it going? Okay, let's see. So, yes, we're going to do some vibe coding, and we're going to implement a feature in our platform, in our, let me see if I can find it. Not this one, but actually this one. I'm going to start sharing my screen. Let me know if the screen becomes too small or something. The easiest is to share all my screen. I'm going to hide the book thing. By the way, how many of you know about the book launch? About 02 website? How many of you know about 02 website already? Gonna sit. Okay. So we shall start now. I'm gonna actually go and see where my code is. Give me 1 second. That's not the one. 3 is not the one. Okay, not even on 2. So I have, okay, so I have 4. Let's actually add a shell here. Wait, what happened to this? What's actually happening? I think I toggled something incorrectly in my I think I toggled something incorrect in my terminal. Let me show you what's happening. Let's see. Let's see if you can see this. So I open my terminal. Okay, then I was pressing the wrong key. So let's open Tmux. Let's go to projects code Ahsan. Let's actually exit Tmux. Let's go to project cd code and let's try to start something. Cakes Yovan, hey, how's it going? Sorry, I missed the message. ASD blah 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 says assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Just now followed you. I have a doubt. I hope your doubt gets removed. What's the doubt? So let's quickly add that. Let's quickly go ahead. I'm gonna go to package.json. Let's open this, and maybe let's open this here. So let's try to run git pull. I'm pretty sure I don't have the pull code. I'm okay with front end, back end database, but no work. I'm a student. Can you, or do you have any info about work? I'm okay with vibe coding also. It's interesting when I open the chat, it hides my face. Like, what's the irony right here? Maybe I should put myself up somewhere here, maybe. So if you want to find jobs or connect with people, I would recommend going to the community. So if you go to CodewithAhsan.dev, this is the community. If you go to CodewithAhsan.dev, and I'm going to hide your message. Give me 1 second. And if you go there, go to the menu here, go to Discord, you'll see the community. We have a community of more than 4,000 people. So a lot of people in in there. So just join the Discord. I'm gonna what happened here? I'm not logged in. I don't know why Discord keeps logging me out. Probably because I'm also being logged in on other platforms as well. Let me quickly. By the way, if someone does not understand English, you can let me know, and I can occasionally chat in Urdu as well. So this is the community, the Discord community that I was talking about. Not this one. This is the community. So in the community, we have more than 4,200 people, if I remember correctly. Yeah, about 4,262. And here you can also find job opportunities. For example, here you can see some people are asking for jobs, some people are posting jobs. So definitely check this out. I'm going to share at least the website link, but you can just go to CodewithAhsan.dev. Cakes of Yovan says, I'm not getting the code of email Google Forms. I'm not getting the code of email Google Forms. Can you please give me any direct link for that, please? What are you talking about? Sorry, I'm really confused about your comment. What exactly are you asking about? Which code, which form? So I'm not really sure. ASD says, I'm Ali, by the way. Okay, Ali. The community's link is this. If you have a phone, take out your phone and scan the QR code above, and you will get the Discord community link. Okay. So take out the phone and scan the QR code, which is right there. How can I manage freelance or remote work as agency? I have one. What do you mean? How can you manage? What is the problem that you're facing? You have to be very specific about your questions. As you said, old fan, love your content. Thank you. Thank you. That's nice of you. Ali said Discord link I shared above. So you can find the Discord link right up there. Automation for Google Form. Are you talking about the automation video that I created? There's a new video. I think I shared that sometime recently. So are you talking about the Google Form using Action Script, or are you talking about the Google Form with N8N? Which one? And by the way, we're definitely going to do some vibe coding. So let's quickly start the server. There was something that one of the mentors requested, Imran, who's a close friend as well. So I'm going to share. Let's see. Let's open. Open it here as well. But they both are the same, so maybe not two of those. But anyways, so by the way, those of you who are already in the community, I don't know if you know, but we have now the possibility of creating projects, and we also have the possibility of creating roadmaps. So this is something that I've shipped just recently, not and I shared this with the community meetup. So when we had the community meetup, I shared it then. So if you are in the community, in the Discord community, and you want to create a project, then you can essentially go to CodewithAhsan.dev, go to community, go to projects, and then create a project. When you create a project, you can use existing templates like this, for example, full stack web app, open source library, AI ML tool, and you can just submit, and I will get a notification. So I can review it and I can accept it or decline it depending on what the project looks like. From 4 years back. Okay. But okay, so I think that's an old way, and it doesn't allow you a lot of customization, to be honest. So if you want a new way, I can show you the newer way. But if you still want to hinge on if you still want the old one, I can also find that as well. Let me try to find, actually, let's go to Code with Ahsan. And the one that you said was automate. So here is the one. I have to now watch ad on my own video. Come on, that's not how things should work. So here it should be somewhere around here. That's the script. Did you not see this link, or what happened? So here's the code, right? Or I don't know. So is this the code you were looking for? Now do you have the code, or do you want the new video? How to manage office and freelance when we have strict policy for freelance? Well, you don't do freelance. I mean, have you not heard of the phrase play stupid games, win stupid prizes? So so don't do freelance if your company doesn't allow it. If your company allows it, you can do it. If your company also if you can tell your company, okay, I'm going to do freelance, like I don't know, apart from my work, and they agree on it, then that's good. But if your company doesn't agree, then that's a problem. So you should not be doing freelance if your company doesn't allow it, or you do it after. I mean, it depends. If they don't, if you can convince them that, okay, I'm going to do it after work hours, then that's good. Or you can say, I'm going to do it, I don't know, one day a week. It depends on what your settlement is with them, right? So if you don't have a settlement, then you can do it after work hours. If your contract doesn't prohibit it uh, strictly, then it's fine. But if your contract says, okay, this guy is working in my company, and we're not allowing this person to work with anyone apart from the company, then yeah, you should follow the contract. Cake Sock Cuban says, I did not see that. No problem. No problem at all. I'm going to share the link in the chat as well, just in case. But if you wanted a better way, which is which is a bit modern as well, I would rather recommend you to watch another video. Mm, this is the one. And this one is much frequent, as you can see, just 3 months old, and I'm not sharing that as big as I wanted. So this one is frequent, as I mentioned, and this contains two things. One is a free script that you can just install and run. Another one is paid that I give support for if you go for that, but you don't have to. You just can get the free one. So here, if you go to, let's see, which link is this? Yeah, this is the one. The N10 software as a service onboarding. So this one has a whole template that you can just put in N10, and then it allows you to set up everything on a server. And whenever someone submits you a form, you have the entire possibility for updating the theme of the email that you're sending. You can do even more actions, and once you learn N10 yourself, you can even customize it further. For example, I use N10 all the time for excuse me, for things like when I have to send emails to someone, if I have to you know if I have to get someone when they're filling the form, then I can do it. I can also hook my website's form and then gather their information into a Google Sheet. That's also possible. Being notified whenever someone submits the form, that's also possible, because I think ActionScript doesn't do it. So you can do much more when it comes to N10. And in the example, I start with a simple one, but then also I think this one includes yeah. So when someone submits the Google form in this one, this you can send a welcome email. It just happens automatically. You can also hook your Slack if you have a company and you have a Slack channel. You can also configure Slack, and you can watch the video how to do that. But you can configure Slack, so whenever there is a new sign up, your team gets a Slack message, or your channel gets a Slack message. Then you can also update your CRM. For example, you can implement a webhook if you wanted, or you could have Google Sheet being updated. And finally, your sales team also gets the lead alert, which means that you send an email, and you can already create a group with your sales team in your Gmail workspace or whatever you're using. And then you can just send it to that particular group email, and then everybody is happy. So it's a super fast, super nice way of getting started when you have a project that is going live, and then just getting that information. So I hope that makes sense. I'm gonna actually go to the code so we can actually get some things started. Not here, actually here. So are you ready to do some vibe coding then? Why do I have my big face on my website's readme? I never come to the readme. I just stay around this part. So I rarely see this part. Anyways, let's have a look at the issues here. And I also implemented the projects feature that I mentioned recently. So if a project is submitted, I should be able to edit it. This doesn't look really good. So let's try to fix this, right? Let's start with this. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this, and we're going to go to and this should be the case for admin as well. If I go to admin and I put my password, which is of course admin. Nope, it is not. So here I can go to projects, and I can see this project. So this is the same test project that someone has submitted. I should be able to edit it, right? So view project, edit, approve, decline, delete project. So I can go ahead and edit the project, and I see the same ugly page. So this is yeah, I don't think Claude is amazing when it comes to UI. I rather like Gemini when it comes to the UI, to be honest. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with um, hmm. Okay, let's go. Let's actually exit here. We're going to start Claude, which is live on. Uh, Mustansar says, "Is it live on Discord? Do you mean am I live streaming right now on Discord, or do you mean my project is live on Discord? What do you mean?" So here we have to create a quick task. I would first put the image here, and then also would mention that the the edit project page for the creator. No, I'm not live streaming on Discord. I could live stream on Discord, but then we would hear people from the community. Do you want me to live stream on Discord? Yeah, we could do live streaming on Discord. There's a channel for for weekly meetup. We can also say here, let's create live coding. Maybe do this. If someone comes in and they're loud, we are probably just going to kick them. So let's see, live coding. And why does it? Okay, I'm gonna share my entire screen here and here. Okay, is that good? So now we are live streaming on Discord as well. So let's start fixing this now. So edit project up for creator, and on the admin side, both looks ugly as a potato. I don't know what did the potato do, but let's throw the potato under the bus. Let me scan QR code for Discord. There is the QR code. So take out your phone, scan it, and you should be able to see that. So here is the Discord community channel. I don't know. Can I put the Discord here? No. That's the biggest I can make Discord. I think the best I can do is move it on the left side, but I think it's good. We need to fix it. Make the layout similar to how we have. I think a good example for our projects or the layout would be settings. So if I go to my settings, this is how it should look, right? So this is nicer than the other one. This is not nice. I don't like it. So I would say how we have it on profile. But what is the route of the profile? Yeah, it's profile. Okay. We can use a GSD quick for this. So let's send it. We'll see how this goes. QR code is not working right here. Could you please share the link? Yeah, it's easy. Go to HTTPS code with. Sorry, someone joined on Discord. I'm gonna make sure my mic is working there. Yeah, it is. So where did I go? There we go. And I was about to write the code. So CodewithAhsan.dev/discord is the link. What is GSD quick? I'm using something called GSD, or the full form is Get Shit Done. So it's a tool that I use with Cloud Code. which is much nicer in terms of planning, executing, and accuracy of the project. So it's this tool. I'm pretty sure one of the mods of of GSD should be looking at us. Let's see. Am I live on X or not? Let me see. Am I not live on X? I am live on X. Copy link address. Let me see myself on X. Yep. Oh, this page doesn't exist. What? That's why, probably. View on X. I don't see my. Okay, so it's not. Then it's not broadcasting there. Anyways, I can try to find GSD. Or I can find probably from notifications. It's not the person, not the person, not the person, not the person. Yeah, this is the guy. So this person should be. Yeah, so this is the tool. It's called GSD or Get Shit Done, but you can Google this as well. If I go to GitHub, shit done. I think it's probably this one. Yeah, this is the one. So it's a really nice tool for planning, execution, verification. It's a bunch of just shell scripts, but it's pretty nice because you can either plan a quick task, you can also plan a huge milestone with different phases. You can run, UATs, that is testing, a lot of good stuff. So let me quickly go back to here. So you'll see a couple of things. Whenever we start with a quick task, it essentially runs a Node.js script. Then it goes ahead with, where is it? Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. So it creates a quick task, fix edit page, project page layout to match the profile page styling, blah, blah, blah. Then it does the planning. Then it does the execution. And then it does the verification. So it's a really good tool, assuming you have Cloud Code. Autoflow says, Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. How is it going? So we will let this be done. When I went to this conference of JFocus last week, and I was trying AWS's or Amazon's Kiro code, and I was sitting there and I was just waiting for things to happen. I was like, this is so boring. I miss actually coding. And the other person was like, is this boring? No, AI is actually writing the code. You can do more things. And I was like, no, I actually want to code. So yeah, I miss actually going into the zone to actually understand the problem and solve it and code, actually type something. Sometimes this is just boring, to be honest. But on the other hand, sometimes it's like, I can actually go and grab a coffee, and this is working behind the scenes. So mixed emotions, I would say. In the meantime, let's go and create an issue. Yeah, this is the issue that Imran was talking about. So let's actually describe the issue properly. I would say we should time slots feature for mentors. Mentors. Here we can define mentors. Where was I live streaming? Was it here? Yeah. Shara says, have you heard about the cursor's claim about building a search engine from scratch using AI agents? No, I have not. But I don't know, even if a cursor claims it, I don't think it affects me in any shape or form. I try to not go with the hype train. For example, I came to AI after I think AI became 2 years strong. And then I spent 1 year with AI and I got myself recognized by Google as a GDE in AI. But yes, when things become stable, I like to jump in experimenting them then rather than in the start. Mustansar, I shared the link with you in the chat. Just go to CodewithAhsan.dev. I can type it here so you can see CodewithAhsan, AHSAN.dev. Like it cannot be as easy as this. So CodewithAhsan.dev. You go there, you open the menu, you see Discord. So open the community menu and you can see Discord there. When you go there, click it, go to Discord, and then it opens the Discord link. So I hope this helps. So let's define the feature. So on the mentor's profile settings, we should have a time slots tab or card in the same page, which allows mentors to manage their available time slots. Okay, help me out with defining this. Let me know what features do you think it should have. So the idea is, if I'm a mentor, I'm a senior, and I'm giving mentorship to juniors, I'm helping them with their careers, with their projects, etc., etc. The problem right now is that in the community, the mentors, the seniors, have to chase juniors, which is just stupid. I mean, what kind of people do we have? But yes, I think it's probably in every single community. So now the senior is actually chasing juniors, and they're going to juniors and saying, when are you next available? And the juniors are like responding in 2 days. That should not be the case. So instead of that, we want to have the possibility of mentors sharing their time slots, their availability. Juniors can go there and then they can pick. They should be able to pick, okay, this is the time I want to have a meeting with you. And then the calendar event is created. So the mentors don't have to go back and forth with chasing them, so to say, if that makes sense. So that is exactly what we are going to do. So let's quickly mention this. And if you think of a feature that should be here, let me know. Let's see. And feel free to share your questions in the chat in the meantime. Okay. Now, regarding the mentor slots, mentors should be able to define their time slots during the week. I think the time slots during the week could be half hours apart. For example, 2 p.m. to 2:30, 2:30 to 3 p.m., 3 p.m. to 3:30, and so on and so forth. So the time, I would say the time slots could be for, I don't know, I would say for 30 minutes, right? And so okay, so 30 minutes per slot, so to say, per slot. Mentors should be able to define time slots for each day of the week, including weekends, meant or we'll also say that ideally, because we can also I think we can also go ahead and draw this, right? So if I try to go to exactly draw, let's actually try this, because something that I am thinking about, what is this? Aha, this is content of the book. So here I'm thinking about something like this, but I don't want to influence AI. But I'm thinking something on the lines of like this. So we have this right here, and this could be like time or availability. And in here, we go ahead and say, this is week medium. So this is, for example, Monday. This could be Tuesday, and so on and so forth, right? And here we have time slots available. I'm not really sure how should we get those time slots. I'll probably let AI do it, but I'm imagining something like this. So there could be, for example, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m., something like this. And I would say similarly here it should be 9:30 to 10 a.m., something like this. And then more of these, essentially. Something like this. And then there should also be a button to copy, like a button here for, we could say, I don't know, copy to other days, right? Something like this. So this is just a rough idea, but I want to give it to the AI agent, but I don't want to give it too much so that it becomes a problem, or it takes inspiration from here. But I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy to clipboard and paste it here, rough wireframe. Wireframe, don't follow strictly, be creative about the layout. So here, layout and UX. So here it should look something like this, right? Okay, so mentors should be able to define their time slots during the week. The time slots could be for 30 minutes per slot. Okay, then I'm going to hide the Discord community. Give me 1 second. And let me see. Yeah. So, by the way, those of you don't know the Zero2Website platform, you can now try it out at z2website.com. And as I mentioned, there are 100 free slots that I'm giving in the beginning. I think we are already at maybe 30. I don't know. Something like that. Maybe 30 or 20. How many? Oh, we are already at 35 learners. Okay, so there are only 65 slots left, more or less. Okay, anyways. So that's good. So mentors should be able to define their time slots during the week. The time slots could be for 30 minutes per slot. Mentors, okay. Then what do we want? We also want to have something that is ability to. So we have some days which are locked. If a mentee selects a time slot that's not available to others, of course. And I'm also thinking if a time slot is selected automatically, or should should the mentor be able to cancel it? So mentor should be able to uh, reschedule. Now I'm thinking about rescheduling. Should we be asking to reschedule, or should we be should we ask for rescheduling, or mentor should just say, okay, I cannot do it, and then the mentee can just pick a different time. Ask for rescheduling if they can't make it, right? In which case the event would be cancelled, and my camera just died. I'm going to change my battery. So in which case the event would be cancelled. Mentee can request again. Let's also see what else could be there. So mentor should also be able to add override dates for which the availability is not certain or possible. This would allow to still keep the same weekly availability, but the specific dates would be marked unavailable, right? So the concept and the idea for this one is that if you have an availability, let's say a calendar that where you say, okay, I'm available every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then it should be okay to say next Tuesday I'm not available. So without changing your weekly timetable, you can say, okay, I'm available these days and these times, but I have some overrides here. So here you could have overrides, and here you can say, I don't know, something like Tuesday, I don't know, 25th Feb, not available, something like this, right? So here, any dates which are here, not available completely. Kamran Khan says, nice live coding. Thank you. So here is the idea, right? Okay. So we have a rough idea now. Okay, I'm thinking if any feature is remaining. So mentee can request a mentor or can just pick a slot. The mentor opens their slots or give their availability. Mentees can quickly go ahead and pick a slot. When that happens, they can schedule something with, or they can schedule with the mentor the session. If something goes wrong, they can the mentor can say, okay, I cannot make it, and then they can reschedule it, if I understand this correctly. On the other side, I don't think we need it. If the mentor cannot make it, they can just tell the mentor, and then we'll cancel that session. Acha. We also would have the possibility for should be able to cancel a session directly or ask for rescheduling. I'm thinking about what would be the difference between these two things. I think when it's cancelled, or I would say in either case, the mentee should get a direct Discord message, right? Okay. What else is remaining? Sessions should be shown in the scheduled sessions. We already have this in the mentorship platform. What else? Is there anything else? So scheduled sessions, all of those things are, I think, good. I'm thinking there was also a request for notes. I don't think we should implement this for now. We'll probably do it later because we want to go step by step. Okay, when a mentee picks a slot, um, either a Google event should automatically create, best case scenario, or the scheduling pop-up, a Google Calendar native opens as it opens now when the mentor schedules a session. So right now, if there's a mentor and they want to schedule a session with someone, they can click a button and then a Google Meet opens with all the details automatically. So that's what's happening right now. So we want the same thing when a mentee or a junior picks say and says, okay, I want to talk to you on the next Tuesday, 3 p.m. and you're available. You click it, a new tab opens with all the things pre-filled and you just hit send and then you send a meeting to them, right? I think the problem would be when there's a cancellation. How does the Google Meet event get canceled? I think that's going to be a tricky part. When the mentor cancels or reschedules a session, I'm not sure if it would be called rescheduling, but I don't know. So let's say when the mentor cancels or asks to reschedule a session, how do we delete the Google Calendar invite? Yet to be figured out. I think that's pretty much it. I think this is a good start of the whole idea and the feature. I think this is good enough. So we can create a phase for this and then we can do the vibe coding, the live vibe coding. So I'm going to give this the link, but first let's see if we have our bot fixing the project issue. So let's see if I go to my browser, refresh here. No, I don't think this is fixed. Did it fix it? I don't think so. Edit project. Nope. So this is not fixed. What happened there? Fix the edit project layout to match profile, card base styling. So here it says projects, did it edit page, wrapped in the form, container, restructure, header with responsive flex layout. No, I don't think that this is actually working. Let me actually give this both the things. So I'm going to first copy this, paste this, and then take the profile link. And share it as well. And I'm going to explain it to it as well why this is not correct. So see the edit project page versus the profile page. You can see the inputs being full width or actually looking better. The text area on the next line, full width. EDC, fix it properly. So we will let it fix properly, and then we'll pick the issue or the thing that we just created with GitHub issues. Now it's saying, let me look at both the files to understand the exact markup difference. Yeah. Okay, so the inputs are missing width full. Is that it? Is that it? Yeah, this already looks a bit better. This one also does not look good. Okay, so this is now better as well. So you can see in real time as it is fixing those things one by one. There we go. So this looks much nicer than before. Hmm? Now it should say, yeah, I've done it. Put the difficulty and max team size. Okay. So these are in one line. This makes much more sense. Good. Now it's running the Next.js build to see if this is working fine or not. Hmm. What are we doing now? Hmm. Let's copy the issue name in the meantime. So if I go here, copy it here, that looks fine. And also let's check the admin side of things as well. So if I go to the admin side, which is this one, and if I go to edit project, here you can see that this side also looks good. So both of them essentially are fixed. Nice. Okay, so we fixed the issue here. Now let's quickly go ahead and clear the context. And now we're going to create a new one. And also I think let's push the code as well. Status git add status friends of Ahsan. No, I don't really think. No, restore staged Gemini skills friend. I think this is from the tutorial that I was working on. So what do we do? Remove Gemini skills friend of Ahsan skill empty. Good. So we'll push the changes so far. Then we can go ahead and say, okay, let's. I want to do update as well. So let's quickly update as well. We're going to update GSD. Then we are going to code our whole new feature. Alhamdulillah. Let's start the server in the meantime. Can you give a short tutorial on how that works? How the GSD works, or do you mean something else? Okay, I'm already on a very lower version. Why? Yeah, I think if I have to shorten it down, it's a couple of commands. We do have, for example, we have this GSD new milestone. A milestone is big. So when you have, let's say, a whole new feature which can have multiple phases, you create a new milestone. A new milestone can have multiple features within it. That's what I usually think as milestone. If there's a new feature, a small feature, I would rather say it's a phase, or at least that's how I take it, right? But we can also look at their description, like what do they really mean. but I think a milestone contains multiple features. A phase is essentially a big feature, I would say. And then if you need to do something that is really small, like a fix or a little tweaking or a little feature here and there, then that's a quick one. So if you have something big, you go with new milestone. If you have a phase or a new small feature, you do add a phase. So here it adds the phase to the current milestone. Then you can also do, what do you call it, GSD quick, which is a small task, but it does the planning, it implements with execution, it does atomic commits. So whenever it sees, okay, I've done enough jobs or I've done significant progress, it commits the code. So it's a very nice way of just fixing those things. But I will actually use the add phase now, and I'll go ahead and actually run this. So let me show you without adding anything, and it would just show me. So here, now I can add the description of what it should be. So here I'm saying GSD add phase, and now I'm going to say this is the description, right? So I'm going to say pull the description, etc., from this issue. That's not what I copied. This should be what I copied. So when I because the project is public and it's open source, I can give it the link. It should be able to bring that information. So here you can see now it's getting the whole feature. And now what it does in the beginning is that it initiates a context. So what is the context of this task that we are trying to do? So it goes ahead and runs this GSD tools.js init, and then also does a bunch of things. But just on the top level, it creates a context. Then it also updates a state MD with how this is sort of how the evolution of this whole roadmap happens. So here, let's have a look. Here you can see in the state, now previously we had phase 11, which we added something, which is the admin project management. Now we have a phase 12, which is the mentor time slots, weekly availability management, mentee booking, rescheduling, Google Calendar integration. So all of those things, it automatically pulled from my GitHub issues. So again, you have to work smart. You don't have to, copy paste everything. You can just give it the link and then it brings it. So someone is saying अस्सलाम वालेकुम, ये GSD क्या है? वालेकुम अस्सलाम. GSD एक टूल है जो आप क्लाउड कोड के साथ इस्तेमाल कर सकते हो. तो it's a tool that you can use with cloud code, and it's a very powerful tool. But you have to be a bit aware of your token usage. For example, cloud code के अंदर कितना token use हो रहा है, you have to have a look at that. But look at this now. So we started with a context, and then we went into the state. State के अंदर we added phase 12. Now, this is the phase 12. So this is the description: mentor time slots, weekly availability management, mentee booking, rescheduling, Google Calendar integration, and then this is the GitHub issue, right? So the status of this one is not planned yet, and I can see in the planning roadmap. So one of the really good things about GSD, the tool, is that it has everything documented. AZ says, does it work with open code as well? Yes, it does work with open code, but not this exact library. There is a library that is compatible with open code. I think if you go to, let's see if I can find it. If you go to the documentation, it should mention open code. Yeah, here. So here, as it says, a lightweight, powerful meta prompting, context engineering, and spec-driven development system for Cloud Code, Open Code, and Gemini CLI. I actually haven't tried this with Gemini CLI because the thing with Gemini CLI was not working when I tried it. I want to see if they have done anything with this one. Oh, it actually has. Now I want to try it with Gemini CLI right now, but I don't want to disturb the flow. But maybe I can use it right there actually. I think I should be able to do that, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's not jump. Whatever easy spider says, मैं भी use करता हूँ Spec-Kit plus Cloud Code router के साथ. क्या आप अपने बारे में बता सकते हैं your experience? Quickly, I can. I'm a software developer, software architect. I've been working for about 13 years सॉफ्टवेयर इंडस्ट्री के अंदर. और मेरे ख्याल से अगर मैं आपको I can show you my GitHub, for example. This is what I usually show to people. But yes, I have created multiple libraries. For example, NGS device detector is one of those. This one I think has crossed तकरीबन 13 million installs, if I'm not wrong. Um, Probably close to 14 million होने वाला होगा शायद, but at least 13 millions, at least. And then we have about, I would say, it looks like 900,000 downloads a month. And I think over 5.5 thousand projects on GitHub users. Sometimes it shows here, sometimes it doesn't show here. But anyways, I'm someone who has contributed to open source quite a lot. I've written not three now, four books, which are published online. I have a lot of readers. Essentially, I've created other libraries as well. I've contributed to Angular, as you can see right here. Not too much, not as much as I wanted to, but there are pull requests that I got merged years ago. But I'm still proud that I was able to at least contribute some here. So there were two that were closed. Where do I see? Here it says closed. Why does it not show the ones that are merged? Interesting. Very interesting. Is it getting rid of the old ones? Yeah, what's happening here? Aha, here it says this PR was merged into the repository by commit. So they already added in a commit. You see this commit? So that's why the PR says it's closed, but they internally merged it. Okay. Anyways, but yes. So I'm an author. I've spoken to multiple conferences. Overall, I think I don't know how many countries. I've won some hackathons as well. कुछ hackathons में मैंने participate किया था. एक यहाँ पे Google के अंदर हुआ था in Stockholm. तो वहाँ मैं जीता था. And I'm a Google recognized expert in two categories, in Angular और AI के अंदर. तो yes, that just means that Google says कि ये शख्स हमारी बनाई हुई टेक्नोलॉजीज में से दो टेक्नोलॉजीज में एक्सपर्ट है. If that makes sense. So I hope that makes sense. माशाल्लाह मैं भी फ़िलहाल स्पेक ड्रिवन डेवलपमेंट सीख रहा हूँ. फ़िलहाल गवर्नर इनिशिएटिव एआई कोर्स से भी सीख रहा हूँ. आप क्या रिकमेंड करेंगे मुझे? आई वुड रिकमेंड एक्चुअली क्रिएटिंग सम प्रोजेक्ट्स. कोई भी ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट्स दैट हेल्प यू, दैट यू कैन यूज़ इन योर वर्कफ्लो, या कोई और आपको लग रहा है कि कोई और यूज़ कर सकता हो, तो क्रिएट दोज़ स्पेक्स, make it work with make it work with SpecKit or GSD or whatever, and try it out and see what happens. Actual usable projects are actually proof of your portfolio. So I would say just don't create like a to-do application or something, but actually build something that you can use yourself first. And if you cannot think of anything that you would use yourself, then create for someone else. Ask people what kind of application would they like to use, and then build that. Okay, coming back to the issue. So we have the GitHub issue here. And I also wanted to show you one more thing. Let me open this. So let's see. I want to show you actually. I want to show you the planning document. So what GSD does is that it has all these documents that are maintained throughout the project history, like milestones, which milestones are there already, right? Then what kind of project this is. And here you can see the versions as well. This version 2 is right now in progress. Then we have what are the requirements. So all the requirements are maintained here. We have the state. So right now we just added the state, which is edit project page layout. So this particular task is what we just did, right? Then for each milestone, you have other documentation, accomplishments, requirement, roadmap, Then we have phases. So right now we are on the 12th phase. There's nothing inside, but if you go to the 11th phase, the admin project management. So we have a plan, we have a summary for the phase one. No, sorry, we have phases, and inside that we have waves. So we have wave one, wave two, wave three. What is the context of this? So a lot of documentation right here, and then you can see all the, what do you call it, all the instructions for Cloud Code. Then the verification as well. So not just coding, but actually doing the research, as you can see right here. Then we also have the verification right here. I think I did some user testing maybe in the admin one. Oops. I think I did in the admin one, but maybe let's see. Yeah, here. So these are the observable truths that it has identified, but I think there were some tests as well that I fixed. Project filters functionality, blah blah blah. And the good thing about documenting all of this is that at any point you can go ahead and see, okay, what did we really build, and has something changed from that particular point. I'm changing my camera because it seems like it just does not want to work. So I'm gonna make it like this. Maybe change the battery as well. Let's see. Okay. मैं स्ट्रीमिंग देखते हुए हैकाथन प्रोजेक्ट मिला था फुल स्टैक टू डू एप्लीकेशन वही साथ कर रहा हूँ एग्जैक्टली यस सो डोंट जस्ट स्टिक विद द हैकाथन थिंग या टू डू थिंग आप कोई ऐसी चीज बना सकते हो जो इससे थोड़ी ज्यादा है मे बी अ शॉपिंग बकेट लिस्ट मे बी अ ट्रैवल बकेट लिस्ट सो इट्स ऑल स्टिल अ टू डू एप्लीकेशन यू हैव टू डू समथिंग you have a list of things to do and you can mark this done. So groceries list, it could be a bucket list, shopping list, it could be, I don't know, um, New Year's resolution list. I mean, you can change it essentially. ठीक हो गया? So let's actually go to the previous one. And here, now that we have looked at what GSD provides, we have the mentor time slots, key features, mentor define weekly 30 minutes availability slots, Penties book available slot, book slots become unavailable. Mentors can add override dates to mark specific dates. Rescheduling and cancellation with Discord DM notifications, Google Calendar integration, auto create events on native scheduling pop-up. Then we have sessions shown in existing schedule sessions view. Okay, so this looks good to me. When you have created a phase with GSD, the next thing is to plan it. So here I'm gonna say plan phase 12. And when you're doing planning, Cloud Code essentially asks you a lot of questions. And that is where the accuracy comes in. And that is where the hallucinations are reduced. So Cloud Code via GSD automatically knows like what to do, what kind of UI should it be. So in the planning phase now, we have phase found 2, phase directory is this one, research, there's no research done yet, there are no plans, and these are the models, right? So now it's going to do a whole research based on this topic. So it's going to go ahead and do research on the admin view, how the UI should be, anything that it thinks it should research. It essentially does that. Then it asks a lot of questions, and then if I answer those questions, then it just executes them. So we'll see how this goes. So here you can see search pattern, mentorship, blah, blah, blah. These are coming from our code. So it's also doing research within the project, like what kind of templates do we have? What kind of code do we have? What kind of layout do we have already? So it tries to recognize the existing patterns. Otherwise, if for every single new feature, if we have a completely different UI, then I think it's going to be both bad and sad. And now it's also looking at Firestore, time slots, booking prevention, double booking. So how do we prevent double booking in Firestore? So a lot of cool research, I would say. In the meantime, while it's doing it, should we play some smash cards? Maybe smash cards. I want to play some smash cards in the meantime. Usually on Fridays we play with my team at work, but today we did not. Let's see. I think that's the beauty of vibe coding. I can do whatever I want. Complete 2 single player rounds, free for all on Boneyard Basin. Let's play this one. Can you hear the sound of the game or not? Let me know. What just happened there? Can you hear the sound of the game or no? I'm being smashed right now. There we go. No? Let me see if I can change that. Replace entire screen, screen 1. No, I think I cannot share the... Now you should be able to. आपने अपना एजुकेशनल बैकग्राउंड बता सकते हैं? I've done my bachelor's in computer science. Someone just hit me from the side. What kind of people are these? Kind of insane madman. Oi! I also play chess while the agent is doing the work. What kind of people are these? Okay, so my agent is still researching, so I'm gonna go back here. What is the name of this guy? Astra Aero. Okay, I'm gonna be like, Astra Aero, I got you. Too late. Nitro rush. Okay. Well, not good. Gotta find someone. Not too bad. Where's everyone? That was a double smash. नाइट्रो के बच्चे ओए होए 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 ये हुई ना बात. आ जाओ जल्दी से, आ जाओ कोई भी। बच गया बच गया बच गया बच गया। Where's everyone? Was close. जल्दी से आ जाओ, इधर आ जाओ, जल्दी आ जाओ। ओए ये हुई ना बात, लेकिन ऐसे जीतते हैं। ओके, क्या हमारे एजेंट ने कुछ काम किया? लेट मी प्रिपेयर द प्लानर प्रॉम्प्ट विद ऑल द कॉन्टेक्ट्स। चलें, अभी प्लानर ही हो रहा है। लो जी, कुछ ही चले गए। वो looks like I'm the only one here. कोई भी नाइट्रो रश। हट जाओ, वापस आ जाओ। कहाँ जा रहे हो? जल्दी आ जाओ, जल्दी आ जाओ इधर। अरे यार नाइट्रो रश को नहीं छोड़ना है। आ जाओ, जल्दी आ जाओ। यार कम ऑन, ये सही बंदा नहीं। जितना सुकून से इसने वेट किया है ना, रुक जाना चाहिए था। किधर जा रहे हो? आ जाओ, इधर आ जाओ। हट जाओ, हट जाओ, हट जाओ, हट जाओ, हट जाओ, हट जाओ। यार ये नाइट्रो जो है ना, ये छोड़ नहीं रहा। आओ, आ जाओ, जल्दी से आ जाओ। ओए आ जाओ, जल्दी आ जाओ। ये भी सही है। ओए हुई 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 हुई। सही है, ऑलमोस्ट विनिंग पे हम। 6 सेकंड। ये तो मतलब आ जाओ, आ जाओ पानी में आ जाओ। ये भी सही था। अच्छा, यहाँ पे अभी चल रहा है प्लान। ठीक है, मैं बीच बीच में अपना वो भी स्विच करके देख रहा हूँ, बट इट सीम्स लाइक कि अभी तक प्लानिंग मोड में ही है वो। हट जाओ। ओए कहाँ हवा में गोले बरसा जा रहे हैं। क्यों क्यों हट जाओ। अच्छा मेरा बॉम्ब गया ही नहीं। वेरी गुड। यार इस गेम तो बहुत ही बुरी हुई है। ये देखो मतलब व्हाट इज दिस। चलो कम से कम एक तो है, नॉट टू बैड। शाबाश प्रो कॉप, इधर आ जाओ। नहीं आओ नहीं आओ, इधर ही। मतलब गिन के 2 स्कोर हुआ था मेरा और उसमें से एक अब जा चुका है। व्हाट इज दिस। इस गेम में ना नहीं है बस। दोनों वेयर इज एवरीवन। चलो नाइट्रो रश को तो खैर एक तो कुछ दिया। मतलब व्हाट इज दिस, मतलब व्हाट इज दिस। फिनिश। अच्छा now let me prepare the planner prompt with all the context. okay कुछ प्लान तो बनाए। सही है ठीक है। we'll let the planner do a bit
I have
more.
been very happy using one.com. I prioritized establishing a website very early in my business.
okay सही है। आपने देखा कि वो रुका कैसे था। इधर आ जाओ नाइट्रो, किधर जा रहे हो, इधर आओ तुम भी यार। यार मतलब व्हाट इज दिस। आ जाओ इधर आ जाओ। नहीं ओके नहीं मारने देंगे ना, नहीं मारने देंगे। Wrong. I don't. J5 alive. ये तो बहुत ही स्लो मोशन में जा रहा है। ओए नहीं लगा। नाइट्रो भाई तेजी से। Okay, this is close. इधर हो जाओ बस. ये हुई ना बात. ये वही ना बात यार. जबरदस्त. क्लोज. चलें अब स्क्रीन शेयर करते हैं. Replace entire screen, screen 1 and screen share. Let me know when you can see it. Good. सही है. अच्छा, अब हमारे पास now we have we had a plan creator first. So we first started with the research. Then we went ahead with planning phase. Then we went ahead with verifying the plans. So task revise plan. Okay, this is also one thing that's really nice in GSD, that when it does the planning and it finds there are issues, for example, some blockers, warnings, then it revises the plans. So that's also really nice. So you can see here now it's looking at some potential issues with the plan. So I like that part. And the ping is currently extremely high. Interesting. Okay, I'll let it go then. I can hear people joining in. Screen is not visible, sir. No visibility. I think it should be visible. Well, let's see if I can make it visible again. It should be visible here. I think the screen can only be visible in one place, either here or here. So now, no, you only see my Discord. What do you think? मैं करेक्ट पाथ पर हूँ, अभी तक 3 सेमेस्टर में हूँ और BSIT भी साथ कर रहा, और कुछ recommendation? I would say focus on your studies at the moment. I think that's the best you can do. Yeah, but the thing is, if I make my screen available here, then I don't share that on my stream, which is a problem. So maybe inside of Discord, you can just go ahead and see there. And then I'll stop the call here. If I do it at both places, I think it just does it on one side. Oh no, now it does it on both sides. Interesting. It seems fine on YouTube. Yeah, it seems fine on here as well. But yeah, it was a bit weird before. But anyways, now it's doing the plan checker. So I'm gonna let it run with the plan, and we'll see once the plan is done. I'm hoping that it's going to ask me some questions. We'll look into the questions and then we'll take it from there. But for now, I'll head out and I'll come back in a couple of minutes. So let's make this guy maximized. I'm going to be right back. Okay, let's see. It seems like we have some progress. Let's see. I'm going to bring you up. Okay, so now we have verification pass on iteration 2, mentor time slot, 6 plans in 4 waves. So there are 6 plans in 4 different waves. Wave 1 is what it builds. It builds the types, availability calculation library, availability API, the Wave 2 implements bookings and time slots, and the Google Calendar OAuth. Okay. The third one implements Mentor Availability UI, Menti Booking UI. And the fourth one implements calendar wiring to the booking flow and end to end. Okay. Okay, so the next step for us is to do the execution phase. So I'm going to quickly copy this and then take it from there. But the good thing is that when you're working with Cloud Code and GSD, you can always go ahead, and since you're working with GSD, you have all this documented in the files. So we can always see the plans, for example, here. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to execute the plan. But before doing that, I can clear the context. So we free up the whole context, of course. And now I can go ahead and do GSD execute phase 12. I'm also going to look into what kind of usage we are at the moment. So let's see. So my Claude has about 27% usage so far. So yeah, I still have a bunch of things there. Devil is asking, are we using Cloud CLI? Yes. We're using Cloud Code and we are using a tool called GSD, which I showed right here. So this is the tool. Okay, so I will let this thing go and we'll see what it does. I'm actually doing some work alongside streaming. Asur Game says, using OpenClaw. Yes, I am using OpenClaw. I have an OpenClaw bot running in my in an isolated machine. I have my bot somewhere around here. I've named it Al-Khwarizmi, based on the Muslim scientist. But I've used it mostly for testing quite a lot. For example, when I was creating the Z2 website, which is my latest book's AI platform, where developers who are freshers or just beginners, they can go there and they can learn by doing some exercises and getting some AI hints as well, and then learning from the books as well. So so when I was testing this within different platforms or different feature sets, then I was using OpenClaw. And my OpenClaw bot essentially would open the browser and yes, test it for me. And then if something failed, it could let me know, which was really nice because I could then tell my Cloud bot, or sorry, my Cloud Code to fix those things. But yes, I have the bot running, at least in Discord at the moment. But I have to see. I have to see how can I get the maximum output from it. But we'll see. But here now you can see that when it's doing GSD executor, it's also side by side implementing the features, but then also committing as well. So I'm gonna stop the server because it's making a lot of changes one by one. So if I look at the logs here, you can see this was the last log. So define the time slot types and availability calculation library, then add phase 12 types to mentorship, time range, day of week, time slot, availability, unavailable date, bookings status, and whatnot. Then it also installs date functions time zone library for the time zone aware date handling. It creates the 30-minute slots from time ranges in the mentor time zone, calculate available slots, filter slot by unavailable date, 2-hour, advanced booking, 60-day window, and existing booking. So this is a really good sort of direction, I think, still, because I've seen the same thing or similar things in cal.com or other booking places. But this is nice. And we can always go ahead and test things out when that happens. But yes. If any one of you know someone who is a beginner, I would highly recommend telling them about the z2website.com, which is a companion website for my book. So I have a book which is published now, and the top 100 people who are going to try to access this this month in February, they will get everything for free. The total value I think is about $49. So including the book and the AI platform, all of that, and you will see them in here in the wall of legends. So we already have some, as you can see right here. So these are all the people who have already gotten access for free for the whole AI platform, and they have unlimited AI hints, so they can attempt different challenges. They can practice. They can create their projects and whatnot. So there are a lot of things going on there. Live coding. Cloudbot support Discord as well. Yes, Cloudbot supports Discord as well as Telegram. So I have implemented both of the channels. So I'm gonna let it brew, and I'm gonna be back in a couple of minutes again. Hello, yes. वालेकुम अस्सलाम. यार काम तो चल ही रहा है और यहाँ कुछ सफाइयाँ भी चल रहे हैं. यस, एग्जैक्टली. ओह, ओके, नाइस, ऑल द बेस्ट. Classic. सही. Good. There's also a question chat पे. Someone says I have a question. ठीक है. Next time try to ask the question directly instead of saying I have a question, because then I can answer directly. नहीं, there was someone else who was asking. अच्छा, आपका एग्जाम ये कौन से सेमेस्टर का था? सही है. Nice, very nice. Okay, this is बोलें? नहीं, go ahead.
मैं एक हैकाथॉन का प्रोजेक्ट बना रहा था, तो मुझे आइडिया नहीं था करना क्या था, तो मैंने उससे पूछना था. तो बेसिकली वो लाइक जेमिनाई का एपीआई यूज़ करके मैंने प्रोजेक्ट बनाना था. प्रोजेक्ट में ये बना रहा था कि आप गिटहब यूआरएल दें आप रिपोजिटरी का, वो फुल रिपोजिटरी स्कैन करके आपको उसकी कंप्लीट रिपोर्ट देगा. तो अब मैंने लाइक सोचना था कि मैं पूरा प्रोजेक्ट दूंगा ही कैसे. उस टाइम मैं वैसे ये पूछना था आपसे.
मुझे दोबारा बताएं कि आपको गिटहब की यूआरएल देनी है जेमिनाई को.
यानी गिटहब रिपोजिटरी की एक यूआरएल हमने दी प्रोजेक्ट में, ठीक है. उसने उस कंप्लीट प्रोजेक्ट का कोड रिव्यू करना है और उसकी एक रिपोर्ट बनानी है.
सही है.
तो अब मैंने सोचा था कि अगर मैं लाइक मैंने उसमें देखा था, वो कहता कि अगर आप उसको वैसे ही कोड दे दो, लाइक अब चूंकि मैं खुद अपना प्रोजेक्ट बना रहा था, मैंने प्रोजेक्ट सबमिट करना था, तो एपीआई के थ्रू कह रहा था कि आप डायरेक्टली एज सच एक्सेस नहीं कर सकते सारा का सारा कोड जस्ट विद यूआरएल. आपको यानी मैनुअली उसको शायद यहाँ पे डाउनलोड करके उसको सेंड करना पड़ना है.
ये कौन कह रहा था?
जेमिनाई.
अच्छा.
जेमिनाई नहीं कहा था मुझे.
मेरे ख्याल से तो नहीं मसला होना चाहिए. जैसे आप जो है अगर कोई फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अगर आप जो जेमिनाई यूज़ कर रहे हो वो आप कहाँ एआई स्टूडियो पे यूज़ कर रहे हो या वेयर आर यू यूजिंग इट?
नहीं, मैं जेमिनाई एपीआई यूज़ कर रहा था उस यानी एपीआई की से ही.
ओके. और जो आपका प्रोजेक्ट है वो एसेंशियली यही है कि वो एपीआई की के थ्रू ये काम करेगा.
यस, एपीआई की के थ्रू काम करेगा.
सही है. थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन हो सकती है इसकी, लेकिन ये है कि एक गो के अंदर तो वो नहीं कर सकता. दे आर टूल्स जो कि आई थिंक अगर आप मेरी स्क्रीन देख रहे हो तो देयर शुड बी अ टूल दैट्स कॉल्ड गिट ingest. आई डोंट नो आपने देखा है या नहीं देखा है, बट जैसे ये है gitingest.com. अगर मैं इस पे जाता हूँ एंड इफ आई गो देयर विद माय नो वेयर इज माय ब्राउज़र, लेट्स से मैं जाता हूँ अपने प्रोजेक्ट के साथ. तो इफ आई गो देयर विद दिस, तो व्हाट इट डज इज दैट के यू कैन टेल इट टू exclude some
मेरे पास
files,
स्ट्रीम नहीं लोड
include
हो
some
रही.
files. अच्छा, आपके पास स्ट्रीम लोड नहीं हो रही, but then I can share the link in the chat. तो essentially what this allows you to do is कि ये सारी files जो है ना वो एक साथ concatenate कर देता है in a single markdown file. I don't think there is a package for this. Maybe there is कि you can use it with the CLI, maybe. Let's see. Aha, there is a CLI tool, yes. But pip install gist blah blah blah. ये काफ़ी कॉम्प्लेक्स प्रोजेक्ट हो सकता है, बिकॉज इफ यू आर बिल्डिंग अ फुल स्टैक प्रोजेक्ट एंड यू हैव अ सर्वर, तो द सर्वर इज एबल टू रन कोड इन द CLI. तो ये क्वाइट पॉसिबल है कि अगर आप एक फुल स्टैक प्रोजेक्ट क्रिएट करते हो.
वैसे फुल स्टैक ही था।
हाँ, give me 1 second, replace, and then I can share the window.
मैंने तो जो कार्ड लगाया था बहुत लाइक उसको एक ही फाइल में बस कॉन्केटिनेट करके फेंक दिया।
हाँ, ओके.
मैंने तो ये किया था तब तक के लिए। अब
देखिए, उसका प्रॉपर तरीका यही है कि आप स्टेप बाय स्टेप, यानी कि instead of giving your whole project and saying summarize this, you can essentially give it parts of the project and say यानी कि summarize each part. तो let's say अगर आपके पास 100 files हैं, तो you give it like 10 files at a time, और उसमें से it can analyze के यानी कि first 10 files की क्या summary है, second 10 files की क्या summary है. इस तरह सारी समरीज आपने निकाल ली, फिर उसको आप समरीज दे दो एक साथ और बोलो अब इन सब की मिला के एक समरी दे दो. तो दैट कैन रिड्यूस द कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी. ठीक है, ये अब जो हम कर रहे हैं ये बहुत ही यानी कि नाइव वे है, यानी कि हम यानी 10-10 में तोड़ रहे हैं. बट इवन बेटर अप्रोच वुड बी टू एक्चुअली गिव द फाइल नेम्स टू जेमिनाई. कि आपने जेमिनाई को सारे फाइल नेम्स दे दिए कि these are my files and suggest me how to divide them in chunks. तो लेट्स से जेमिनाई आपको बताता है कि इन 50 फाइल्स में से ये चीज़ें रिलेटेड हैं. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल अगर मैं उसको अपना कोडविद एहसन का प्रोजेक्ट दे दूं, तो इट वुडंट मेक सेंस कि वो कोई भी रैंडम 10 फाइल्स उठाए और उसकी समरी दे. इट वुड बी बेटर कि वो फीचर्स में लेट्स से डिवाइड कर दे कि मेंटरशिप के फीचर्स उसने एक सॉर्ट ऑफ कैटेगरी में रख दिए, कलेक्शन में रख लिए. सिमिलरली प्रोजेक्ट्स का एक अलग रख लिया. तो देन इट कैन टेक दोज फाइल्स या उसका कोड और फिर उसको समराइज कर ले बाय फीचर. तो दैट्स इवन स्मार्टर. तो ये चीज आप देख सकते हो मेरे ख्याल से. हम्म हम्म ओके. हम्म हम्म ओके. मेरे ख्याल से तो मेरे ख्याल से तो यही है, मतलब एज बेस्ट एज आई कैन थिंक. अगर मैं उसे कोई प्रोजेक्ट दे रहा हूँ, तो इफ आई एम गिविंग जेमिनाई प्रोजेक्ट के समराइज दिस प्रोजेक्ट, तो आई वुड फर्स्ट गिव जेमिनाई द फाइल नेम्स कि दिस इज माय डायरेक्टरी स्ट्रक्चर, suggest me a chunking approach. So then it can say, okay, chunk based on features, या chunk based on domains. तो when you do that, तो हर चंक जब आप भेज रहे हो कि उसने बता दिया फर्स्ट चंक में ये 5 फाइल्स हैं, तो यू सेंड दोज फाइल्स, इट विल नॉट ओवरलोड जो आपकी कॉन्टेक्स्ट विंडो है, and then it will generate a summary on based off that. So similarly you can have like different chunks being sent, और इवन आप यानी कि पैरेलल में भी इसको सेंड कर सकते हो. तो इट विल टेक इवन लेसर टाइम. लेट्स से 10 चंक्स डिसाइड हो गए, तो देयर कुड बी 10 पैरेलल API calls that go to Gemini, bring back summary, and then you concatenate all of them together and then show the summary. So it's fast, it's not taking a lot of token space, और यानी कि it works. तो मेरे ख्याल से बजाय इसके कि we send a single file containing the whole of the project, we give the directory structure, extract out the chunks, and then we send chunk by chunk to get the summary, and then summarize the summaries, so to say. Hmm. Hmm. वो कर सकता है, यानी कि डिपेंडिंग ऑन द कोड बेस, राइट? तो फॉर एग्जांपल जब आप उससे चंक्स बनवा रहे हो, तो आप या तो उसको डायरेक्टरी स्ट्रक्चर की बेसिस पे बोल सकते हो कि यू नो दीज आर द थिंग्स या दीज आर द फाइल्स, तो वो उस पर सजेस्ट कर सकता है. इवन बेटर वुड बी कि अगर आप देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड AST, जो कि बेसिकली ये होता है कि इफ यू हैव अ फाइल दैट इंपोर्ट्स अ फाइल, तो वो उन सब का एक ट्री बनाता है. तो यू कैन लुक इनटू दिस कि आप इफ यू हैव अ वे ऑफ figuring that part out. Okay, for example, there's a project that you need to work with. So it clones the project somehow, or it knows the project somehow, and then it can find the imports कि अच्छा इस फाइल से import हो रहा है, ये वाली फाइल तो ठीक है, that file is also part of the things. तो उस लिहाज से जो chunks बनेंगे वो फिर ये नहीं होगा कि feature related files या conceptually related files, but actual code के अंदर कौन सी फाइल किसको import कर रही है. So there could be multiple chunks that reference the same file, the same library, but if you're using this AST approach, so the library will end up in both of those chunks, if that makes sense. नहीं क्यों होगी? क्योंकि AST वाली चीज़ आपको जेमिनी से नहीं करवानी ना, वो तो आप प्रोग्रामेटिकली करवा सकते हो. बट कितना हो जाएगा? आई थिंक जो शेयर्ड कोड होता है वो इतना ज़्यादा तो नहीं होता आमतौर पे, स्पेशली अगर मतलब कोड अगर अच्छा लिखा हुआ है, तो यूजुअली डिवाइडेड बाय फीचर्स होता है या डिवाइडेड बाय डोमेन्स होता है. तो देयर इज़ अ पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ रीयूज्ड थिंग्स, बट इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू बी द केस के यू नो होल फीचर्स आर बीइंग यूज्ड इन मल्टीपल चंक्स. आई डोंट थिंक सो. एग्जैक्टली. यस. वो बहुत ही फिर टाइटली कपल्ड आर्किटेक्चर है. हम्म. हाँ श्योर, इट साउंड्स लाइक अ गुड आइडिया टू मी. एब्सोल्युटली. हाँ. इंटरेस्टिंग. हम्म. यस. चैलेंजिंग हो जाना है वो. यस. हम्म. हाँ. ओके. वेरी नाइस. तो हैव दे अनाउंस्ड द रिजल्ट्स येट या? ओके. हम्म. ओके. इंटरेस्टिंग. उसके बहुत सारे रीजंस हो सकते हैं, डिपेंडिंग ऑन व्हाट काइंड ऑफ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ सर्विस जो आपने पिक की है, फिर जो सॉफ्टवेयर है वो खुद कितना हैवी है. तो हाँ ऑफ कोर्स. तो यस. यस 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 यस. हम्म. Okay, interesting. सही है. Yes. Sounds like it के अच्छा खासा टाइम लगेगा. बट यस मतलब कंप्यूट पावर अगर ज़्यादा रिक्वायर्ड है तो फिर वो ऑब्वियसली वो फिर देनी पड़ेगी. हम्म. ओके. एब्सोल्युटली. ओके. हाँ सही है. दैट्स अ गुड आइडिया. मे बी उससे आपको डिफरेंस क्लियरली पता चल जाएगा. एब्सोल्युटली. ओके. हाँ आपने शेयर किया था कम्युनिटी में. यस. सही सही. यस. आई कैन इमेजिन. यस. गुड हो गया. Okay, it seems like we have some output. So I tested one of the things, or the Google calendar thing is not working definitely. So we have to see what's let's see. I think the problem usually is because I'm streaming in 2 different places, so it's quite possible that's the reason. In that case, here I will have to only share on the stream. Can people from YouTube confirm if this still looks good, or do you see a stuck screen? I can see maybe it's stuck. We'll see. Okay. So we have at least the index enabled. Good. So now I can check if there are no errors for the bookings. Good. So no bookings are there. Then we can check this. So this guy gives us a 503 service unavailable. That's not good. So we are getting, okay, so Google Calendar integration not configured. Okay, so we are at least getting that. I'm gonna see if we have instructions of setting that up. Google Calendar integration is not configured. Getting at the moment. Can you share the for that? Say to Hobby Caesar says hello. Hobby, can you confirm if this screen is stuck for you? I think it seems like it's stuck on the Twitch side and on the YouTube side. I can see if I can share with a restore token that might actually fix it. Yeah, it's stuck, right? Okay. Now it should be good. But now I'm not really sure if it's stuck on Discord. If it's stuck on Discord now, then I will stop streaming on Discord. Okay, then it's good. So we'll see. So we have to go to Cloud Console, then create a project, calendar API, service, blah, blah, blah. Calendar callback. Go to client ID and client secret. Go to API service OAuth. Okay. To restart the dev server. And then we go with change Google redirect URI, production callback. Okay. I think I already may have this. setup done, but let's double check. So I'm gonna go to my code, and I'm gonna actually go to this view so I don't expose any keys. And let's see, users and permissions, general. I'm gonna do the same for Discord at the moment. I'm gonna stop sharing. One has to be really careful. Okay, so where are my client keys? Okay, I have to go to the console. It's not actually Firebase console, it's the Google Cloud console. Console.cloud.google.com. I have to select my project, which should be CodewithAhsan. Where's my project? CodewithAhsan, there we go. Then we go to services and APIs. Then we go enable to API service, and we enable the calendar API. Calendar, yes. Okay, so the calendar API was not enabled, so I'm going to enable it. And then I have to, just create the credentials there. So let's see. But I'm thinking if my service account should be good enough to access it. Maybe not, because the service account is of Firebase and not Google Cloud Console. So anyways, let's go to credentials. CWS server API key that just uses okay, I'm going to see which. So we need to have blah blah blah. Create credential auth client ID. So auth client IDs, yes, that's the one. So we will do auth client ID. Application type is going to be web application. But do we have already keys there? Web client already created by Google service. But I did not create any, so I'm going to create one more. I'm going to call it CWA web, and then I have to authorize redirect URLs. That's going to be this guy. Close. It may take 5 minutes, that's fine. And I'm going to also add CodewithAhsan.dev. Create all of this. Auth is limited to 100 sensitive scope logins until the auth consent screen is verified. Okay. Okay. So we have the client ID and client secret at least. Add all 4 values to env.local. Okay, let's go to env.local. Do we have the variables there? No. Okay, I'm going to still go ahead and write those. Okay, the instructions did not mention what variables we should be using. So what env variable names we should be using. So Google Client ID, Google Client Secret, Google Redirect URI, and encryption key. Okay, good. Let's put them in the env. And that's the one, that's the one, and that's the one. So first of all, we need to do the client ID. Let's quickly put client ID. Let's do client secret. And that's the client secret. The redirect URI, we just copied it from here. So Where was it? Here it is. So yes, that's the one. Google URI is this. Call back, and then the encryption key. So for encryption key, it also mentioned quickly the command that was node e console blah blah blah. I'm going to quickly run it. Oh. What requires an e argument? Yeah, of course, node e, and there we go. We got an encryption key as well. Very nice. And then we paste it right here. What happened there? Copy. Nope. Want to copy this? Yeah, that's copied. Sorry, I'm just going to make this quick. So we have all the values now entered: Google ID, secret, URI, and the encryption key. I have no clue what we have to do with the encryption key, but and let me also not open my environment variables. And then we run npm run dev. And also Mimran says no screen sharing. Yes, because I'm working with environment variables, so I'm not sharing my screen. Download JSON. I could download the JSON as well, but yeah, let's actually keep it like this. So we have done all of that, generate the encryption key, and restart the dev server. Okay, I think we should be good, to be honest, but only time will tell. So are we ready? Let's try it out now. Now I'm going to share my screen. I hope I don't expose my environment variables. I'm known for that. Sid Ben says, how are you doing? Are you using Arch with Hyperland? Yes, I am. And good to see you after so long. Can you see my screen? I don't think you can see my screen. Replace screen 1. Entire screen. There you go. So we're going to try the calendar thing now. So if I click here, ta-da! I'm not sharing on Discord, of course. So let me quickly go to Discord and share my screen. But I am not sure if both of them would work still. But yes, here, if you see my screens, we do have, where's my browser? Here's my browser. So in the profile, we now have at least this feature where we have the weekly availability, but it's not tested at the moment, so we are testing it right now. But if I click Google Calendar, it opens this, which is a good sign. And now if I connect my calendar, it says this is not verified, which makes sense. But I'm going to say continue. And then it opens this, which is also very good. So if I go ahead and say continue, then let's see what happens. Hey, let's go. Google Calendar connected successfully. So you see, this actually proves that I can clean my house and code at the same time. The marvel of 2026. Sid Ben says, have you tried Omarkey by DHH? I'm using it and it's amazing. Is it better than Hyperland, or have you used Hyperland before and then are you using Omarkey, or what does it look like? Because I was actually trying to ask people if they have something better than Hyperland. If it's better, then I would try it out. But anyways, so now that we have this, let's say I go ahead with with the 9 to 5. What's the time right now? So about 11, right? And it's February. So let's say not February, Friday. So I go here. I say I'm actually available from from 5 p.m. to, let's say, 12. What's happening? Or 11:59, right? Something like this. So I save my availability, and now I have this done. Now I want to see this from the other's perspective. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a new one. Here, let's go to CodewithAhsan.dev. I'm going to close this a bit. Remove this guy. And let's see. I think I was in probably, no, I'm not a, okay, I don't have a mentor. That's not good. So let's see if I can find myself. Mentor 2 out of 2 mentees. That's interesting. So let's see, who do I have as a mentor. I think I have a real mentor, and then I have Maham maybe. So okay, let me try to increase my capacity. So I'm gonna say I can have 3, and I save my changes. Then I'm gonna say refresh, and now I can say request mentorship. I have no clue if it worked or not. Let's see. Go to dashboard and browse roadmaps, my matches. I think I should have received a pending mentorship or not. But it should be fine. I'm using production right here, but I think this should have been the same. Should have been the same output. So what happened here? Did we not get a mentorship request, or did we get a mentorship request? 2 out of 3 mentees, request mentorship. Okay, so we have a conflict. Why do we have a conflict in here? 409. Why do we have a conflict in there? Let's see. Oh, we are getting, it could be possible that I'm not approved now. We're getting this. Why is that? And I want to see if my status is okay. I think it should be actually good, but let's double check. Let's see. I should have all mentors, and I should find myself there. And I seem to be okay. Aha, because I canceled the membership once. That's why. But then it shouldn't be saying that this is requested mentorship. There are 3 possible reasons for 409. Mentor is at capacity. A match already exists between mentee and mentor. Start pending activity. See, the mentee already has an active mentorship with a different mentor. Now, the thing is, we have, I'm going to share the screenshot so it can fix it, because this is not good feedback. The issue was we already have a declined mentorship, but then it should have said that. And also, I think I could say and instead of request mentorship, it should have said mentorship declined etc, so it can't request mentorship again, something like this. Silvan says, no, it's an opinionated Arch configuration and it uses Harperland as the window manager. Okay, then I have not used it, but I can definitely look into it. But in the meantime, I want to resolve this issue withdrawn by mentee. Aha, the mentee withdrew it. That's also interesting. Okay, anyways. So what I'm going to do is, let's actually try to find quickly the person, and then we'll take a hold of we'll take a hold of the person and delete this mentorship. So let's see, mentorship sessions, I would say. But we need to find mentorship first. So email equals this guy. So we got this guy right here. UID. Then we find the mentorship sessions by the mentee ID equal this guy. Let's see if it finds it by quotations. No, it doesn't. Clear. Mentee ID equals and no quotations. And there we go. So we found this. Now what we can do is we can just delete this document so we don't have a mentorship at all. So if I refresh now, try to find this guy Ahsan, we should not have the decline mentorship, which means that now I can actually go ahead and request. And here it fixed it also. So now here it says mentorship canceled. So the person should not be able to request mentorship if it was declined, etc. But now that this is available, I can request mentorship. Yay, I'm getting the Discord messages now. And I should have a new message somewhere around, I don't know, somewhere around here, because we are still in February. Or maybe not. Here is the one, I think. Or no, not that one. Not that one as well. Anyways, before we go there, so if I say see my connections, here we are. Pending approvals, I can go ahead. Pending requests, can go here, accept it. And now this mentee should be able to just request. Now I should have it actually. So there we go. So we got our mentorship channel created now. And now I can go to the mentorship dashboard. And in here, the matches, open dashboard. And in here, now I can see perhaps the mentor's schedule. No? Yes? Where can I see the schedule? Or where can I request availability? Your mentor will schedule sessions, but this is now a gap. I think if this is what we are at, because the mentee should be able to request mentorship. So let's ask Claude what we have as an issue here. So we had the testing things here, mentee booking flow with slot selection, multi-step UI. So I'm going to copy this. Tested the Google Calendar. Oh, auth, that works. How to test the following step by step. So I'm going to paste this now. And also, where does mentee find the availability of the mentor to book? Right, so we quickly check this. In the meantime, I change my camera's battery. We're going to quickly test maybe 1 or 2 features, and then I'm gonna call it a day. I have to wrap things up. So here is the problem. There's no link to mentorship book mentor ID from anywhere in the UI. The booking page exists but isn't discoverable. The mentee would need to manually navigate to this. This is not good, of course, but this is a UX gap. There should be a book session link on the mentor profile page. Want me to add? Of course, yes. Yes, add that link. So while that's happening, so we have mentorship /book/mentor ID. And I don't know if the mentor ID is going to be the actual mentor ID or is it the Discord user ID. So let's see if I can find that. But this is the ID. So I should be having book/ID. What was the ID? Mentorship/book/mentor ID. That seems to be the URL, right? Mentor UID. Am I just confused or stupid? Code with Ahsan. Does it work with the UID? No, it doesn't. So mentorship/this/this. That doesn't work. Mentorship/dashboard/this. Let's see. I want to see what this adds. Now add a book session, blah, blah, blah. So this is adding to the mentor/username/mentor profile client. I want to see where the links are being added. Should it be on schedule or should it be on mentors availability? Pending request, that's not the one. Dashboard. Share your mentorship journey, that's a different one. Okay, now on the mentor profile page, if the mentor has time slot available configured, a book a session buttons appear in the availability card. If the mentor has time slot but no day level availability shown, a standalone book a session card appears with your available slots. So where do I go? E.g. mentorship, mentors, username. Okay. So I go to mentorship, book, and then this. No. Code with Ahsan. No. Then what is it really? Okay, so if I wanted to look, it's a different username. But that also doesn't work. So what kind of username are we? Okay. I also had to merge the username with the Discord username, but anyways, so if the mentor has a time slot, if the mentor, that's good. As a mentee, go to the mentor's profile, e.g. No, as a mentee, where do I see this link? So let me also share context with it. For example, we go to matches and then this. For example, a mentee has this mentor, and the URL of the mentor match dashboard, where we have sessions, goals, etc. is this. Did I not share? Okay. Shouldn't we have the booking here? So maybe this was some kind of information that was not either fetched from GSD or I did not provide it, or both. So the mentee's primary page for the mentor is the match dashboard, not the public profile. Exactly. So they have added it to the public profile, but that means that I could go to rather the public profile, which is community mentors. And if I try to find myself right here, view profile. Oh, there, no, not even here. I don't even see it here, but maybe it already removed it. I don't know. I see. So current is mentor, and then we have a link. So now I have to go back. My matches right here. And where is it this supposed to show? And do I have my availability already set? If I go to profile, I do have my availability set, right? So here it does say Friday, right? So here it does say, okay, let's see. I have this mentor's availability set. In the header, do we have a book? Here. I am blind. So here it says book a session. When I click there, ooh, look at this. And look at this failing because we don't have an index actually configured. So we have to go to, not here, actually here, and set our index. This one is an index on mentor ID, status, start time, and then the name. Okay. So it can fetch queries a bit faster. We have too many indexes now. I wonder when Google is starting to charge me for this. Oh, we'll see. But we'll get the availability here, and then someone should be able to book it. And where is this building? Is it done already? What happened? I'm gonna put the link here again, go here, and see, is it enabled already or it's creating now? Creating. What there? Oh, here it is, building. I did not see the loader. Here's the loader, tiny little loader. Well, once this is built, we should be able to test it. And hopefully people should be able to book. But I'm also wondering if when I do this, does the mentee need to connect their calendars? I don't think so. I think only the mentors need to connect their Google calendars. When they do, and a mentor tries to book a booking, they should be able to book it without an issue. But let's test this, and I think that's where we are going to wrap up for this stream. I also want to see what else was there to test. Double booking prevention under concurrent access. Calendar invite created with Google Meet. This I can check. Calendar invite creation with Google Meet. And now I lost it here. Cancellation with Discord DM notification if someone cancels it. Calendar in event deletion on cancellation. So this is important. I think there's the double booking. I'll test it later on. But let's test the rest of the things now. Okay, so the composite index is there. Now if I refresh here, we should be good. Hey, let's go. But I don't see it here. Why don't I see it here? Aha, okay. But I think, I remember. I think there is a time window. So you cannot book it right now because it's like 10 minutes remaining. But you can pick the next Friday and the Friday afterward and the Friday. So let's also try one thing as well. Let's say I go with Wednesday and I say I'm available from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Let's set the availability. And now if I go back or just refresh, here you can see now Wednesday is available as well. So, but I don't know why does it start on Friday. Today's Friday, that's why perhaps, but I think the calendar should always start on Monday. Anyways, so let's say I go for the next. Can I go back? Why am I going back? I shouldn't even be able to go back. Anyways, so let's say I go to Wednesday, I say, and I see these slots. So from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. So I go with the 3 p.m. slot. And here I can say Wednesday, February, blah, blah, blah. I confirm the booking. And the session is booked. Is the session booked? Is the big question. So if I go and reload now, my availability would look exactly the same, but I actually got an invite, I think, on my email. So if I go to calendar, .google.com, and I go to the next Wednesday to, oh, look at this one. So here we have the session. Mentorship session with Mohammad Ahsan Ayaz. Nice. So this is the guy, which is the mentee. This is the mentor, and mentorship session booked via CodewithAhsan platform, blah, blah, blah. So this looks nice to me. I think the thing that's missing is the session templates are not here. So like what kind of session are you booking for? But that's, I think that's okay. But this is nice. So we have a session booking automatically. The calendar is booked. We have this done. And now this is my other account. But this is at least working. And can I book the same thing twice if I select Wednesday? No, I don't see that slot of 3 p.m. And I think nobody else would be able to see that as well. So that's good. Now I want to cancel that. So the question would be, where do I see those sessions? So if I go to mentorship dashboard, go to dashboard, my matches, I go to this guy, and if I see sessions, I don't see any sessions. So where am I supposed to cancel a session? So we have this gap right now. Or do I see that here? Oh, I see that here, right? So that is a problem. So we have the mentee bookings right here, not on scheduled session. So either we remove everything from there and put all of the mentee bookings here. So we have at one place, like what do we have? What are the bookings that we have? So that everything is in one place. I think I like this one better than actually having to go to every single mentorship individually and seeing all the sessions there. Maybe it's nice to see them here as well, maybe, but I think cancellation could be just from the profile, and I could go here and see, okay, these are the bookings. So let's say if I try to cancel now, why are you canceling? Tip include reschedule to prompt the mentee to rebook a new time. So if I say just okay, so the booking is canceled. This is grayed out, so to say. I refresh, and this one is canceled. I don't know, where was I supposed to see my bookings or something? I don't know. But I did, if I go to my calendar now, you can see that the mentorship session was actually canceled. Oh, it's both of the events are gone now. Yay! So that's good. The rebooking thing, I think that's a bit interesting. And I can also see my email. Yeah. I can see that I got an email that says mentorship canceled. Oh, sorry, not mentorship canceled. The event is canceled and removed from your calendar. So both, yeah. So if it's removed from, if the event is canceled itself, it's removed from both of them. So that's not bad at all. I don't think we need to keep this right here, the calendar. I don't think so. So there are still some gaps. First, I think the biggest gap is that we should have the scheduled session created when this happens, because then the mentee can also see when is the next scheduled session. But I think in terms of managing, the mentor should be able to still see all the mentee bookings right here in the profile. I think that's fair, because you have your settings right here for the availability. You see all the bookings right here. I think that's good enough. So let's actually give this feedback. We have a few things. One, when a booking is created, no scheduled session is generated in the database, linking to it. This feature already exists in the what was the page that I was in, where I was right here, my matches, and then here. But this one doesn't have a there's no nested route. So here in the sessions, this feature already exists in the following route under the sessions tab. So this is the one, right? So when a booking is created, create a scheduled session. When a booking is canceled, and did we also see the reason for cancellation or no? I don't think we saw that. Did we? Because I did not add any reasoning for this, right? But what happens if I try to do the same thing again? If I go back to the mentor, Wednesday, you can see the booking slot also is now open. So this is good. I'm going to do confirm booking. This time we're going to try to cancel it with the reason. So here, now we have another one. As you can see here, I can say cancel, and I can say, I am not available. Please reschedule. When we do so, I want to see what happens. So booking canceled. So here I can see the reason. So when we provide a reason, it's also shown here. That's nice. I don't know where the mentee sees those, but yes. So the calendar events are being deleted. So this is going to be gone as well pretty soon. So coming back to the answer. So when a booking is canceled, send a Discord message to the mentee as well. And we can also say, I think mentee should only be able to see the scheduled sessions in their dashboard and nowhere else. And if a session is canceled, then it's canceled. We don't have to see the reasons. Also, I think when we have when a session is canceled, delete the booking from the database. I think we don't need it. I think that just piles up in case of too many bookings being created, right? So we should not have them. Same for the scheduled session. I think the scheduled session in the dashboard can just refer to the bookings. We can perhaps just remove the schedule technically from the DB. I think this is going to take a lot of time because I'm giving a lot of feedback. So this will take, I think, a few quick GSD tickets, but this is what it is. I'm also thinking if there was something that I missed. Yes, there was also one thing, and that is when a booking is created, send a DM to the mentor as well. Or I don't know if there should be a DM sent to no, I think okay. Instead of sending DMs, mentor and mentee, just ping them in the channel, in their Discord channel. For when a booking is created or cancelled, etc. I think that's better. So I'm giving it an override of my instructions right here. Am I missing anything? So Menti books something. They get the calendar invites. They get a scheduled session created. In their dashboard, Mentor has the ability to see all the sessions or all the bookings from all mentees. We don't need to show canceled ones, so we just delete them. Yeah, I think that's good enough. So we do. I think I can tell this would probably require probably require a few GSD quick tasks. Create and finish accordingly. One thing that I don't like, I would say a bit, is that I do feel like the UI is consistent but not consistent for some reason. I don't know why. I think the button sizes are sometimes a bit different. Sometimes it feels like a bit narrow. Sometimes it feels like a bit thick. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Well, let's see. Let me first understand the existing schedule session system, then tackle these as quick tasks. Good. Now I understand the full picture. Let me check how the mentorship channel ID is found for the mentor-mentee pair. Good. Send channel message is the right pattern. Exactly. I created this function so we can send this message on the channel. The mentorship sessions collection has Discord channel ID. I need to find the active session between blah, 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 blah. Let me now execute this as a single quick task since they are all in the same file. Bookings route. Okay. Interesting. But this one, I think it's just when it says I'm going to do it in a single task, I'm wondering what is it trying to cover. Now I need to add a helper to find what? Wait a second. Too many changes. Now I need to find the active. Okay, same file. Here. Now I need to add a helper to find the Discord channel for mentor-mentee pair, then wire it to both post booking created and put booking cancelled. I don't think it should be booking cancelled as a put, but rather maybe delete. I'll also add schedule session creation on the booking, deletion of both booking and schedule session cancel. This is what I don't really like, because I think technically we do have the schedule session and booking exactly the same. So I don't really think there should be a difference between those. But I don't like this. Wait a second. So create a sends a notification to my reminder Discord channel, blah, blah, blah. Calendar event creation still works as before. Deletes the booking document from Firestore, no pile up. Deletes the associated schedule session from the deletes the. But I don't want to have two different collections. But I don't want to have two different collections for the same booking, as the scheduled session does not add any value. Can we just use the bookings? And even I don't know, rename the section in the UI to bookings, booking/meetings. I don't know. Let's see. And soon it's going to go to the compact, auto compact mode. You see it's almost reaching the 100%. Okay, now probably it understood. Makes sense. No need for two collections representing the same thing. I will remove the scheduled session creation from the bookings API, update the dashboard sessions tab to fetch from mentorship bookings instead. Good. Rename session to booking in the UI. Good. So finally, it understands what I wanted to do. Also, I remove the scheduled session delete from the cancel flow. That kind of makes sense. Yeah. But there was one thing that we had in scheduled session, and that was the scheduled session was just allowed that only the mentor can create a scheduled session. But in this case, the booking is done from the other side. The booking is done from the mentor side, or sorry, the mentee side. So that's a bit of a complication there, but not too much. I think we're still good. Okay, it's going to take some time to do that. I want to quickly check. So if I refresh now and book the 3 p.m. again, it should send me an email. We should also set some see some messages in Discord. Hey, there we go. So new session booked by Mohammed Hassan. The problem here is that they did not tag anyone. So I'm not really sure if it's worth. Yeah, I think we should be tagging. I'm going to take a screenshot. Because we are sort of notifying the mentor in this case. So we go here, and I want to see if we now delete the session if that's the case. So please reschedule. So I'm going to say okay. It should delete it. If I refresh now, is it deleted or not? Yeah, it's deleted. So we don't keep that one. So that's nice. We should have the availability coming up. If I refresh now, should have the 3 p.m. here. I don't see the cancellation Discord. That's not good. Mentorship request, but that's not the one. So a couple of issues. Maybe it's still working on those things. Author in parallel. So remove the lines. Okay. Now update the booking list to support filtering by specific partner and fix the cancel handler to remove, not mark as cancelled. Okay, exactly. Since deleted. Okay, so this sort of filters it, so it's not even in the UI, because right now when we canceled it, we saw this in the UI and then we had to refresh to get it away. And there are more changes now. Okay, I think I'm gonna let it brew and maybe continue in another stream. Because we are not launching this. I don't think over the weekend. Hopefully next week. So when we have some information, because if I start testing this, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna stay here like half an hour more. So let's wrap it up. I'm gonna leave it like this for now. Test it. I don't know, maybe tomorrow or the day after, and then we'll see where this goes. But I'm gonna stop sharing my screen first, and then Imran says maybe time is past. We are forgotten. Cheers to Claude. Okay, thank you for joining, everyone. thank you for tuning in and for sharing and all the comments and all the likes as well. It makes a difference and also helps spread the word. And hopefully, once this is live, the life of the mentors would be a bit more easier, and for the mentees as well. So thank you for joining, and I'm going to see you